What if the most sophisticated homes aren't about grandeur, but about calm, structure, and quiet confidence in every room? This is what happens when refined design meets the way you actually live. Walking into this entrance hall feels like stepping into a quiet, confident embrace, where tall paneling and soft dove blue walls hold the light like a gentle murmur. The light oak herringbone floor underfoot is warm and familiar, guiding you deeper into the house as natural daylight spills through the tall arched windows, making the white moldings glow. You can almost feel the calm symmetry in the way every line and corner is thoughtfully placed, like the house itself is quietly whispering that everything is exactly as it should be. There's something deeply comforting about sinking into the sofa in this living room as late morning sun filters through the tall windows and softens every edge. The stone fireplace feels like a quiet anchor, while the pale walls and crisp white trim keep the space airy and grounded rather than stiff. You can almost feel the way the light travels across the herringbone floor, warming the upholstery and inviting slow conversation, long reads, and unhurried evenings where time feels like it's resting along with you in this elegant, composed room. The family room feels like a warmer, softer echo of the living room's calm, where the fireplace flickers in your imagination even though the light is entirely natural. Sunlight spills over the low-slung sofa and armchairs, catching the weave of throw blankets and the faint texture of the same herringbone floor that ties everything together. It's a space that feels lived in without being cluttered, where the soft blue walls and ivory trim create a cocoon of comfort, as if the house is offering you permission to relax, read, or curl up with a cup of tea and just be. Dining here feels like a ritual, not just a meal, with the long table poised in the center like a stage for quiet celebrations and soft conversations. The dove blue and ivory walls hold the daylight gently, while the herringbone floor underfoot feels rich and familiar, grounding each step as you pull out a chair. The tall windows frame a soft view beyond, and the clean-lined sideboard and mirrors give the room a sense of order and grace, making every evening feel a little more refined, a little more meaningful, as if the house itself is setting the tone for connection. The kitchen feels like the heart of the house without being loud or chaotic, just quietly humming with possibility. Sunlight floods in through the tall windows above the sink and breakfast bar, catching the soft white and navy cabinetry like a gentle spotlight, while the same light oak herringbone floor connects the space to the rest of the home. You can almost feel the coolness of the stone countertop under your fingertips and the warmth of the room as the midday light fills the air, hinting at coffee brewed, meals shared, and laughter lingering long after the dishes are done. The breakfast nook feels intimate and cozy, like a secret corner designed for slow mornings and lingering conversations over coffee. The upholstered banquettes invite you to sink in, while the tall window in front frames the garden in soft daylight that dances across linen cushions and wooden tabletops. The same herringbone floor echoes the home's rhythm, tying this little nook to the rest of the house, and the muted blue and ivory tones make the space feel calm and unhurried, as if time slows down whenever you sit here with a cup in hand and nowhere else to be. There's something quietly special about this reading room, where the light seems to pause and settle around you like a soft blanket. The armchairs feel inviting without being showy, and the built-in bookshelves hold stories that seem to wait patiently for your attention. Tall windows pour daylight across the floor and the spines of the books, while the neutral walls and familiar molding keep the space calm and composed, creating a sanctuary where focus feels effortless and stillness feels like a gift instead of a rarity. The home office feels like a place where work and calm can coexist, not compete for your attention. The traditional desk feels grounded and solid, while the soft navy gray wall behind it gives a sense of quiet focus without feeling heavy. Natural daylight streams across the light oak herringbone floor and washes over the bookshelves, softening every line and making the room feel open and approachable. It's a space that quietly encourages you to sit down, breathe, and begin, as if the house itself is offering you the calm and clarity you didn't even know you needed. The master bedroom feels like a gentle retreat, where the calm of the house settles into something deeply personal and intimate. Soft gray walls and a low-slung bed invite you to slow down, while the tall windows frame the daylight like a gentle embrace rather than a glare. The herringbone floor underfoot feels warm and familiar, and the subtle crown molding on the ceiling ties the room to the rest of the home, creating a sense of continuity even as the space feels like a private sanctuary. It's the kind of room where you can exhale, let go of the day, and simply be. Staying in the guest bedroom feels like being welcomed into a calm, thoughtful corner of the house that still feels distinctly part of the whole. The pale sky blue walls cradle the daylight softly, while the crisp white trim and herringbone floor echo the home's familiar rhythm. The bed feels inviting but not overly ornate, and the small window floods the space with gentle morning light that makes the linen bedding look rested and welcoming. It's a room that quietly reassures you that you're cared for, giving you the space to relax and feel at ease even when you're away from home. The indoor lounge at the rear of the house feels like a bright, airy bridge between the home and the outdoors, where the glass walls let the world outside feel like part of the room. Soft sofas invite you to stretch out, while the glass pane walls and tall windows fill the space with clear, even daylight that dances across the herringbone floor. The ceiling keeps the same gentle molding and familiar height, tying this glass-walled retreat to the rest of the manor, and the plants and textures scattered about make the space feel alive and welcoming, as if the house is quietly saying, "Come, stay a while." In the end, a truly sophisticated home doesn't shout. It settles around you, offering clarity, comfort, and a sense of belonging that feels both effortless and intentional.